What is keeping my daughter?
Well, oh, here she comes.
Ladies, I'm getting back to work.
I will talk to you later.
All right.
Okay.
Courtney, we meet again.
You know, Miss Bernstein?
Well, how about it? You know, they said it's a small world. It's getting smaller by the minute. Go to my office. It's fine.
Ladies, could we go to the fitting before Monica gets any more pregnant?
Mrs. Quartermain, it's really good to see you with a glow of health.
Well, there is a glow inside, too. I want to thank you, Zilla, for everything.
You're more than welcome.
Goodbye.
I hope I...
Mother, really, aren't you ready yet?
I'm coming, darling.
I don't like the scarf.
You don't? Oh, I like the scarf. Really, darling, I think it looks lovely. I think you did very well in choosing.
Well isn't good enough. I want perfect. Oh, Monica. You look stunning. Well, naturally, you picked it. Well, I had no idea it was going to look like that on you. You're absolutely dazzling.
Alan's going to fall in love with you all over again.
Oh, yes, he can find you in the crowd. Mother, I don't know what to do. Ever since the governor accepted, everybody's been RSVPing. The wedding's just gotten much too big. Couldn't we please recall half the invitations?
Oh, Tracy, of course, sweetheart. That's never done. Well, how do we look together?
Breathtaking. Excuse me, Miss Quartermain, you have a call. I like whoever it is. Tell them there's no room at the wedding. I think so. Hello?
Okay, I got the case number for you.
Oh, how darling of you. Just let me grab this little pen and pad right there.
And if you're interested, this was not easy. I had to find a friend at City Hall, pass him some money. A lot of money, Tracy.
How sweet of you. Okay, I'm ready.
Good for you. Okay, the magic number is PC75304.
I can't believe that. Really?
Knock it off, Tracy. Oh, look, I tried to find some depositions for you to save you the trouble, but guess what?
Well, I can't guess what.
A friend of yours got here first.
How charming. Who could that be?
Amy Vining.
Now, do you understand that you have been recalled for this deposition and you are still testifying under oath?
Yes.
Let's return to the night of Patricia Kekorian's principal surgery after Dr. Weber left you to close for him. When you finished in the operating room and you saw that Mrs. Kekorian had been transferred to the intensive care unit, you then went to Dr. Weber's hotel where he had taken a room for the night. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
At that time, you testified that you reported to Dr. Weber on Mrs. Kekorian's condition, and you told him that her condition was stable when you left General Hospital.
Yes.
Did you and Dr. Weber discuss Mrs. Kekorian and her case any further that night?
No.
You made no allusion to it at all?
None at all.
How long were you in Dr. Weber's hotel room?
I was there until dawn.
Until dawn? Are you asking us to believe that you spent several hours with Dr. Weber without discussing how you were going to cover up the unnecessary surgery?
Counselor, I object to that phrasing. That's extremely argumentative.
You're quite right, Mr. Lansing. I'll rephrase it. You spent several hours with Dr. Weber without once referring to Mrs. Kekorian or her surgery or anything connected to or related therefrom.
We never said a word about it.
Do you mind telling me what it is that you did discuss then?
We discussed the possibility of a future together. We talked about the love we felt for each other and whether or not we could bring ourselves to hurt two people who love us very much. The people to whom we were married and from whom we were estranged. And we made love.
I see. I have no further questions, Howard.
Just the tiniest little tuck here, and it'll be perfection.
Well, you look terrific, Mother. I hope you're not going to steal the show.
I never have at any of your other weddings, have I, dear?
Tacky, Mother. That's very tacky.
Oh, darling, I was just joking.
Well, I must say, I think my gown is divine, Tracy. You do. You have excellent taste. Thank you. And I also think it hides your condition rather well. Am I to assume that that's a compliment?
Of course. Thank you. Oh, what about shoes, dear? Have you anything in mind for shoes?
Shoes. Mother, you know what I've done? I've forgotten it. I've forgotten it's so important, and you know they have to be dyed to match the dress, so I better go talk to the sales lady. I'll be right back in a minute.
All right.
I'll be right back. I'm sorry about that. Fine. I do like that. I must say, it's going to be some wedding.
All Tracy's weddings are.
Well, she'll make a beautiful bride.
All brides are beautiful.
Although I really do feel I'm putting kind of a damper on it all by the pregnancy.
Oh, darling, of course you're not. Your pregnancy is the best thing that's happened to this family in years.
And I know it's the best thing that's happened to me in years.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
Son, Lila. I'm going to have a son.
Much to my delight, and Edward's, and to Tracy's chagrin.
Yes. She really wanted that inheritance for Ned.
For herself, you mean?
Lila.
She's my daughter, Monica, and it's a big inheritance.
I don't think it's just the money to Tracy.
Well, no, but it's something she'll just have to live with. And I just hope she'll be a good loser and stop trying to make trouble for you and for Alan.
Oh, I hope so, too, Lila.
Mrs. Quartermain?
Yes?
Oh. Miss Quartermain asked me to bring these in for you.
Thank you.
Well, where's Tracy?
She had to leave.
Oh, she's gone?
Well, she said for me to tell you that she'd be speaking to both of you later.
That's strange. I wonder where she went.
So do I, Lila. So do I.
Are you asking us to believe that you and Dr. Weber spent several hours together without discussing how you were going to cover up the unnecessary surgery you'd performed? Do you mind telling me what you were talking about then?
Rick and I talked about the possibility of having some kind of future together. We talked about the love we felt for one another and tried to decide if we could bring ourselves to hurt two other people who loved us. The people to whom we were married and from whom we were estranged. And we made love.
Rick Weber and Monica Quartermain.
Excuse me, is this PC 75304?
What?
Yeah, PC 75304. I'm sorry, we're going to have to take this.
Wait, why?
Sorry, miss.
Restraining order has just been issued. These records are to be sealed.
What do you mean sealed?
Well, they're no longer in the public domain, miss. I'm sorry, you can't read them anymore.
Wait a minute, there must be a mistake.
No, Miss Bernstein, we weren't covering up unnecessary surgery. Rick Weber and I were making love. We were making love. Making love.
Amy.
Amy, what's going on?
Tracy.
Well,
Well, what?
where are the depositions? Where are they?
They're gone.
What do you mean gone?
They took them.
Who took them? Where'd they take them?
One of the clerks and somebody he was with, they said that there was some court order.
A restraining order?
Yeah, that's what they called it, restraining order.
Oh, no!
And, the depositions have already been sealed.
When?
Just a few minutes ago. And no one can ever see him again.
Amy, did you read them? Did you read anything at all? Please tell me you read something.
I read part.
Oh, good. At least you read parts.
And I'm sorry I did.
Oh, Amy, please.
I can't believe that I did that.
Amy, don't worry about it. The depositions weren't sealed when you read them.
How could you ask me to snoop into someone's personal life that way?
Amy, what did they say?
I can't tell you.
What do you mean you can't tell me?
I can't tell you. The Webbers have been way too good to me.
Oh, Amy, please, come on now. It's real important to me.
You don't seem to understand. I've already caused too much trouble. I can't cause any more. If it weren't for me, Laura would never have been raped in that park. Remember, I am the one that forgot.
Amy, I'm not going to stand here and listen
couldn't
to your
fix her up.
guilt trip any longer. Just get back to the deposition.
I can't tell you anything.
You can't or you won't.
It's the same thing.
How much?
What do you mean, how much?
How much money do you want?
Are you crazy?
Come on, Amy. I saw you staring at all the things in my penthouse. I saw the way you wanted all the things in my penthouse. How much money do you want for the information that's in those depositions?
You are a terrible, terrible woman.
Really? Well, you and I are woven of the same cloth. We know what we want, and we go after it, right?
I am nothing like you.
You're worse. I rattle before I strike. You pretend to be a sweet little angel.
I am a good person.
So am I. Especially when I'm treated like a friend. Amy, you don't want to make an enemy out of me. Because when I'm an enemy, I stop at nothing to strike back. I don't want to be your enemy. Please don't force me to be, okay?
You don't scare me. What if I told your brother all the horrid things you'd said about his wife?
What if I told you he already knew?
I don't believe you.
Amy, just tell me what was in the depositions, okay?
I'm not going to tell you anything. In fact, I'm never going to speak to you again as long as I live. I think you are a hateful, mean person. Your brother and his wife have been nothing but kind to me, and I'm not going to stand by and watch you hurt them.
Which means that there must be something in those depositions that could hurt them.
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to.
I think you are a dreadful, horrid woman, and I'm not going to stay here and listen to you.
Nice to get home early for a change, isn't it?
Sure is.
You're exhausted, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I'm a little tired.
Just a little, huh?
Why, do I look that bad?
You look beautiful.
Then I look that bad.
Tell me, was my sister very rough on you this afternoon?
Oh, no. No, remarkably nice. Considering.
Poor old Tracy. She was so hoping that our child would be a girl.
And you knew all along it was going to be a boy, didn't you?
Strange, isn't it? I've always wanted a son to carry on the Quartermain name, and yet Tracy's always looked at her son as a key to the family fortune.
Well, your grandfather certainly set up a strange will.
Well, he was rather eccentric.
Tell me something.
Mm-hmm.
If it had turned out to be a girl, would you have been disappointed?
Not if she looked like you, I wouldn't have. You tell me something. How are you going to feel with a copy of me running around the house?
Well, I'll be thinking of his father every time I look at him.
What a nice thing to say. Makes me want to celebrate.
Oh, we had enough celebrating today.
Absolutely not where my son is concerned. How do you feel about having some guests to dinner?
What, tonight?
Yes, just the family. I think that this afternoon was too short a celebration for such a momentous day.
Well, if it's all right with Stella, sure, all right.
I've already taken the liberty of phoning her.
Oh, you did?
Just in case. Have you had too much of Tracy today? You think you could put up with her and Mitch and Mother and Dad?
Well, Tracy lost a big round today. So I guess I can afford to be generous.
Good. Fine. Because I do want to spend a little bit of time with Mitch.
Poor man. I hope he knows what he's getting into, marrying Tracy, now that she's not going to get the trust fund.
Personally, I think they deserve each other. Well, I'm going to have Stella phone them about tonight. Do you have any idea where she might be?
No, I don't. Matter of fact, I've been wondering where she was all afternoon. occasion.
And you look ravishing.
Oh, well, not quite so tired looking.
No, just beautiful.
Do you still get a hold of Lila and Edward?
Yes, and Tracy and Mitch.
Well, that's nice.
You know, we're going to have to get used to the six of us as a family. Certainly it looks as if their wedding's going to go through as planned.
Even with a pregnant matron of honor.
It's a shame you can't toast.
Well, the baby wouldn't like it.
You mean our son?
I mean our son, I'm sorry.
Have you thought of a name yet?
No, I haven't.
Would you mind if he was named after his father?
Yes. Yes. I mean, that might be nice.
Well, we'll have to think about mine soon.
Oh, me, come on, we have plenty of time.
Oh, listen. One sip isn't going to hurt, is it? Go on.
Okay.
To my beautiful wife, and our beautiful son, and the life that we're going to share together. Our future will be beautiful too, Monica. And nothing's ever going to spoil it, and no one's ever going to hurt you again, I promise.
I want to believe that.
You'll see.
I hope that's true, Alan. I hope it's true.
Like clockwork, Alan. You're not worried about those rumors then, are you?
You mean about the danger?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm really not. I have terrific police protection.
That isn't really terribly encouraging, Mitch, considering that Ted DeLuca was murdered in jail.
No, we don't know that for sure, Alan.
Yes, it's quite true. But then we've all heard stories about various governmental agencies.
Being in the pocket of the family.
Something like that.
Well, the family can or cannot make deals, but fortunately in Port Charles they can't. Unless they want to make peace, which they're going to have to do because we're going to mean business.
I wish I had your confidence. It is my sister that you're going to marry.
Well, if I thought there'd be any danger, I wouldn't marry her, Alan.
What's going on in this corner?
Tracy!
Must have been a pretty fascinating conversation.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Conversations in hushed tones always are.
Would you like a fresh drink?
Oh, you're not going to keep me in suspense, are you?
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
Oh, well. Part of the fun of becoming Mrs. Mitch Williams is never knowing what to expect.
Monica, you certainly are looking beautiful, darling.
Oh, I'm looking tired.
It's been a very big day for you, darling.
They also seem to be big days lately.
And how is that grandson of mine?
Edward!
A Quartermain heir with a Quartermain name. Oh, my, what a wonderful thought.
Yes, it's wonderful. Hello. Had an important phone call to make. We're about ready for dinner.
Oh, thank you. I hope it's nothing fattening. I've been starving myself till the wedding.
Sounded like an important call.
Yeah, it was.
You were at the courthouse today.
You bet I was, about something vitally important to my future.
There you are. But we lost you two.
Oh, Mitch, darling, you'll never lose me.
Say, I am starving. Can't we go in and eat?
Why don't we go into the dining room? You two can continue the conversation there.
Oh, we're finished. Monica was just asking me what I was doing down at the courthouse this afternoon.
What were you doing at the courthouse, Tracy?
Taking out a marriage license, Mother, for my upcoming marriage to the next state senator from our fair district. What else?
With you, my dear, one never knows.
Let's eat.
Come on, my darling. It's a beautiful evening. Why such a solemn face?
No reason. No reason. Come on, it's our party. Let's join the guests.